make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay, I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
And you guys are just amazing, just the way you are. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we are doing Chapter 9, Lesson 1 and Chapter 9, Lesson 2, Area of Parallelograms and Triangles. Our learning goal is that students will be able to calculate the area of parallelograms and triangles. And you guys should be fantastic at these lessons because this is also a review. We've done this earlier this year. If you need to pause the video at any time, please feel free to do that. Also, write absolutely everything that is typed or written in this video. Okay, remember, parallelograms are rectangles, squares. I call them tilted rectangles and tilted squares, okay? They look like this. Here's a rectangle, here's a square, here's a tilted rectangle, and here's a tilted square. This is called a parallelogram, and this is called a rhombus, but all of these are in the parallelogram category, okay? So this is technically a parallelogram, this is a parallelogram, this is a parallelogram, and this is a parallelogram, okay? All parallelograms, all of these, okay, to find the area, which is the amount of space in the middle, that area you find by multiplying the base times the height, okay? And here's a triangle. There's more variations of triangles, but you guys should know what a triangle is. It's a three-sided figure, okay? And to find the area of a triangle, you multiply the base times the height and then divide that by 2. The reason we divide it by 2 is if you had a triangle, okay, and you put together the other side of that triangle, you can see that it makes a parallelogram, a four-sided figure. And parallelogram's area is base times height. So a triangle is just the base times the height divided by 2 because it is only half of the base times the height of a regular square, rectangle, or parallelogram. Okay? So triangle's area, base times height divided by 2. Parallelogram's area is just base times height. Okay, so let's practice. We need to find the area of this parallelogram. On some of these, you will need to count, okay, and you need to count the squares. Start in the corner, okay, and count to the other corner. So you are starting here and ending here. And don't count, I do jumps. Jumps, are easier to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. And the height is going from the bottom, where the right angle is, to the top. So we're going to count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So our height is 8. Okay? So we need to first write the formula, area equals base times height. That's what the B and the H stand for. Area equals base times height. So our area is equal to, our base is 6, and our height is 8. You could have counted the base on the bottom as well. You will get the same answer though. This base is also 6. So this is 6, or the bottom is 6. Either way. So then our area for this parallelogram is 6 times 8, which is 48. Now, it doesn't tell us whether these are inches, centimeters, feet, okay? So if it doesn't tell you, you use units. Units squared, okay? You could also write out units squared. You would write units squared. So if you want to, you can write the word unit squared, or you can write the 2 representing the exponent for squared. Okay? All right, here's our next one. And they will do this to you. I'm telling you this now. On FSA, they will give you a trick question. They're going to tell you to find the area of this, and then they're going to give you 3 numbers. When you're trying to find the area of a parallelogram, you only need 2 numbers. You need the base and the height, okay? So one of these numbers we don't need. So I want you to first write the formula, area equals base times height. The base and the height are where the right angle meets. So this is our right angle. Our base is the 4, and our height is the 16. So they put the 17 on there to confuse you. You don't need it, okay? It's only there to throw you off. So when you are trying to find the area of a parallelogram, you're looking for 2 numbers, and you're looking for that right angle to tell you which one is your base and your height, okay? So the area is equal to 4 times 16. If we don't know what 4 times 16 is, we can do it off to the side. 6 times 4 gives me 24. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So my answer is 64. And the units here are meters. So you're going to put meters squared. So our answer is area is equal to 64 meters squared. Sorry. Okay. Here's our next parallelogram. Okay, for this one, it tells us the area. Again, write your formula, area equals base times height. We know the area. So if you know the area, go ahead and put the 48 in for our area. Sorry, I'm going to have to pause this. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we do know our area, so we put the 48 here. And then we've got our 6, that is our height. So we're going to put 6 as our height, and we're looking for our base. So now we have 48 is equal to b times 6, and we know how to solve for b because we already did multiplication and division equations. So put the line down from your equal sign. Find your variable. Our variable is b. See what's happening to your variable. We're multiplying it times 6. And then do the opposite. Divide both sides by 6. 6 divided by 6 cancels, and we're left with b is equal to 48 divided by 6, which is 8. So our height should be 8 meters. And the reason we know it's 8 meters is because our area is in meters squared. So our base and our height will both be in meters. Okay? So for these, you have to use your division equation to solve for your height or your base if you're missing a dimension. Okay, so I should have put more on this one, but we are still trying to find the area. This is our height. It's labeled height and base. Okay, so we need to find our height. Our height is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 units, and our base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So area equals base times height divided by 2. Remember, this is a triangle. So triangles are the base times the height. That would give you the whole parallelogram, though, if we just did base times height. That would give you this whole, all of this. And we don't want all of this. We want half of it. So we're going to take the base times the height of this whole rectangle, and then we're going to divide it by 2. So the area is equal to 4 times 6 divided by 2. So 4 times 6 is 24. And then 24 divided by 2 gives us 12. And we don't know our units, so we're going to put units squared. All right, so our answer is 12 units squared. Okay, here's another triangle. For this one, we know our area, so we are trying to find our base. So area equals base times height divided by 2. First, we need to show our formula. Second, we fill in the formula. So 24 is equal to b times 6 divided by 2. What I would do in this case was I would divide first. Okay, 6 divided by 2 gives us 3. So I would rewrite our problem. Bring down the 24, bring down our b, and then 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. So now I find my variable, which is b. I see what's happening to my variable. We're multiplying it by 3. And then I do the opposite and divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 cancels, and I'm left with b is equal to 24 divided by 3, which gives me 8. So my answer is 8 centimeters. Okay? And here is my last one. Okay, on this one, we also know our area already. I'm going to write my formula. This is a triangle, so it's base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to write my area in there. 40 equals b times the h, which is 8, divided by 2. Draw your line. 8 divided by 2 is 4, so I'm going to rewrite 40 equals b times 4. b is our variable, and right now it's being multiplied times 4. And to solve this, you have to do the opposite. So we're going to divide both sides by 4. This cancels, and we are left with b is equal to 40 divided by 4, which is 10. So my answer is 10 meters. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.